Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. I wanted to start off by saying a happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I am not going to get into any kind of debate in this video or in the comment section on the legitimacy or all that kind of stuff, the debate around Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate it for whatever reason, that's fine. Totally respect you. But for all the others, I did want to say that. And you know, it makes me think today, kind of looking back on the world I've grown up in, lived around, and how that has changed. My wife and I actually had a kind of a conversation this week about how so much has changed in our lifetime. And I'm not an old man, I guess. I mean, I feel like it sometimes, but I'm in my 40s. And I am thankful that most likely I'm the last generation that grew up in a time period where things were mostly normal, where we had a decent semblance of freedom, that there was still some wholesome traditional values and decency and goodness in the world, or at least it seemed that way. There was at least the appearance of it. And in today's world, well, we all know what we see every day and what we hear, that it's just spiraling out of control. And I think that there may be some ominous kind of feel going on with a lot of people, that we're trying to be thankful, try to have maybe some family time, try to maybe reminisce, and then also in the back of our minds realize that the world that we live in is drastically changing, and it's not the thing that we were once thankful to live in. And so I guess that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, that while we may live in each of our lives, and I know that there's some of you are going through a lot. I know that because some of you tell me that. I hear the stories, and trust me, for someone that tries not to show too many emotions and tries to kind of keep that put away, it's emotional sometimes when I hear the stories from emails from people of what they're going through, what they're dealing with because of all this stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of people that are hurting out there today. There's a lot of people that's lost loved ones. There's a lot of people that's fallen ill, and that their bodies just are never going to be the way they once were because of what they've gone through. There's people that's lost jobs, lost their homes, have lost family members, not necessarily to death, but have lost family members because of all the stuff that's going on, that there's been this divide among people. I know for a fact, because I've been told, that there's a lot of people, some of you that listen, that aren't allowed to go to someone's house, or, you know, family members have refusing to come to your house because they don't have this. We're just living very uncertain times. Every day we listen to the news or we look online and we see more and more things that are just kind of happening, right? And they're not happening in a good way, and we can all kind of feel it. We know that things are getting bad, and we're aware of it. No matter how many times certain people try to, you know, tell us in the news that, oh, things aren't that bad, things are getting better. You know, we know the truth. And so on this day that a lot of people set aside to kind of give thanks for what they have and the life they live and have lived, it kind of can be difficult considering the times that we're living in. And I just want to say that all that's true. And I don't want to delegitimize anything that you're going through or have gone through or will go through. But I do want to say that there is still reason to give thanks. We should give thanks, number one, because we're told to. This isn't a Bible study video, so don't all of a sudden get upset. But I do want to read to you out of Scripture, because the vast majority of you enjoy that. This is one that we all learned in Sunday school. It's Psalm 100, first 5 verses. The psalmist says, "To make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, He is Elohim. He is God. He is Jehovah. He is Father. It is He who made us, and we are His. We are His people and the sheep of His pasture. Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him. Bless His name. For the Lord is good, and His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. All generations. Not just the ones that He led out of Egypt captivity there, not just the ones that we read about these various miracles that happened in the Bible, but to all generations. He's with us. He loves us. And we can read about how things are being foretold and how we're living in times where we're seeing a lot of those things that were told to us in the Bible happen. But it really shouldn't be something that gets us down. We should rejoice and we should be thankful. We should be thankful that we're getting that close. We should be thankful that we may be a rare few in this world that are at least are aware of this kind of stuff, that we are aware of it and have enough faith and cognitive ability to prepare for things. That's why you watch channels like mine and others. We should give thanks for that. And even though we live in a world that just seems to be falling apart on a daily basis, that's coming apart at the seams, we also have the fortunate, the fortunate joy and benefit of living a life that we can be prepared for it, and that we can see these things and recognize these things, and that we may be able to share His joy with others, that we may be able to be the one, as these days that we live in come to an end, to be the one that helps lead someone to Him. There is a lot to give thankful for. I'm thankful this morning that while not all of my family is going to be together today, some of us are. I'm thankful that another year that, my mother's here. I haven't actually been able to spend a Thanksgiving with my mother in the last couple of years, and so today we will be. I'm thankful to have a family. I'm thankful to, live on the piece of property that we do, to have the home and the homestead we do. It's not perfect at all. It's a lot of work, and it's work every day, but I'm thankful to have it. I'm thankful to have this channel and you listeners. And, is there some monetary benefit there? Yeah, there's a little bit, not a lot, but that's not what I'm thankful for. What I'm thankful for is that because of getting on here and talking, and because of the doors that it's opened, I've been able to meet some really amazing people. And because of meeting some people, we have been able to, as a group, to start to do things that are, I think, some really good work. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for you coming in and watching my silly videos that sometimes may not be that great. I am thankful for the life that I live. As much as sometimes it's tough, and as much as sometimes we start to get a little down and get worried because of all the things that are happening, because we can kind of see a little bit more of what's going on. We're not blinded like so much of the rest of the world. And as much as that is a burden in itself, I am thankful that I am able to be that way. So for those of you that are spending time with family today, those of you that don't celebrate today, those of you that are sitting alone because of many different reasons. Maybe your family, they're just busy. Maybe your family is so caught up in this world that spending time with family isn't that important. Maybe you're alone today because your friends and family don't want to be around you because you don't have this. I don't know what it might be, but for those of you that are sitting alone today, know that you're not really alone, okay? There is a, a Father in heaven that loves you. It says right here, It says right here, it says, for the Lord, his steadfast love endures forever. He loves you. And there are others. They may not be physically connected to you where you can see and shake hands and give a gentle hug, but there are those of us in this world that are like-minded, and we do think like you and believe like you, and so you're not completely alone. So don't let this day be something that brings you down if you're alone. For those of you that aren't alone and that you are blessed with friends and family in your life, take a moment and reflect on the world that you live in now and how it's changed. And instead of being down about that, be thankful that you experienced a different world, and try to pass that on to your children. And, you know, that's one of the main reasons that I do what I do. That's one of the main reasons we live like we live, is because of generations that are younger than us, that are coming after us. You know, the children that we have, now the grandchildren that we have. That's why we do what we do. That's why we fight like we fight. In a spiritual sense, in an intellectual sense. That's why we're standing firm on our principles and standing firm on the Father's word, because we know that's the right thing to do. It's the righteous thing to do. And there's more to this world than just ourselves. A lot more than just ourselves. We are to think of others and to take care of them and to lead the way for them, because that's one of the big problems there is. There's no real good leadership anymore. And so instead of looking for that leadership in other people, look for it within ourselves, and follow his word and his guidance, and be a leader in your home. Be a leader in your community, be a leader in your preparedness, homesteading community, whatever it is. Because leadership can start within you. Not everybody is great at it, but everyone is capable of it through him, the Father in heaven. So as I wrap this up, don't be disheartened because of what's going on in the world today. Take the day to enjoy yourself, be joyful, and give thanks to the Father in heaven for what he has done for you in your life. Even though sometimes it may seem hard to find the good in your life, it is there. And give thanks for that. And keep getting your houses in order. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually, because as we see every day, that's about the only thing we can do to get us by. All right, folks, thank you all for watching. Thank you for this channel. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for the communications, the emails, the compliments, and just you know, you're there for me in a lot of ways that I don't think many of you know it. When you talk to me on the phone, or when you send me an email, or when we meet in person, you uplift me in ways that you probably don't know that you do. And I want to thank you for that. All right. I'll catch you in the next video.